What what when you touched on AI and the AI race, tell me a little more about that, because I think that we hear artificial intelligence and some of us use it a lot, some of us have a real understanding of how it works technically. What is that when it comes to this browser sort of space? Tell me a little more about the AI role, because it is still very new too.
Yeah, yeah. So Martin, what's been happening is, if we were to break up like the whole evolution of AI when it comes to, end users, it started with ChatGPT. It then moved on to, chatbots all over the world, all over the internet. And from there, it moved on to AI agents, AI browsers, and it's just accelerating, right? And this is really where what's happening is people are using AI at this point in time extremely extensively. And what I mean by that is, before every meeting, I think employees are uploading documents to ChatGPT to get a summary so that they look smarter in the meeting. People are copying meeting notes to get summaries and whatnot. So AI usage in the enterprise is exploding. Now, unfortunately, if you talk to most CISOs at this point, they'll actually tell you that they're still using the old generation DLP to try to make sure that all of this data spillage with AI does not happen. But when it comes to AI, P2 information leakage and data leakage is a very, very small piece. So the second one, as I can give you, is AI, unsanctioned AI apps, which is including your shadow SaaS by quite a bit. So here's an example. There's a new AI app. Your enterprise users go in, there's no credit card required. They connect, grant access to your company OneDrive, and then that AI platform will actually pull that data out. So now there is a shadow SaaS that you weren't aware of, and the employee forgets because there are so many of these apps that he tries, doesn't like, and never goes back to. But now your organization data is sitting there. The second one is really data exposure created by your employees. So if you go to ChatGPT, you have a great conversation and you want to share it with your friend, you can click share this conversation and then send them a link. But that's a public link. So attackers have been able to mine thousands of those public chatbot links and get access to whatever company data was uploaded during those conversations. So I think what's happening is AI usage is rapidly changing based upon the contours of how these companies are giving us application access, right? Custom browsers, AI agents, models that you can run locally and whatnot. And I think the development is so fast-paced that your security and IT teams just can't wait for one more quarter to see what's happened and decide, because by the time they do, the technology has moved forward. So, yeah, go ahead, Martin. Question?
No, I was going to say, I mean, you touch on, right? I mean, I've worked at a large corporation, and I'm familiar with that mindset, and that there's real value into the sort of the way large organizations move a little bit slow sometimes, and they're a bit bureaucratic, but there's value in that if you've got 100,000 employees or 60,000 employees, right? There's only so much you can do. And this is, for those companies, this is a space where there is the need to be nimble in a way day to day that you might be with regard to, say, if it's a news company, the news business, right? You don't just do one news broadcast a quarter. You got to do like 10 a day if you're a 24-hour news channel, right? And that mindset needs to be infused into the sort of cybersecurity space a little bit. I don't know whether that's a fair way to put it, but it's sort of, it's a tough push for a lot of CISOs where you're dealing with CFOs who are like, well, it hasn't been a problem yet. Why do you want $1 million or something, or $10,000 or something?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And Martin, funny enough, when this whole AI wave started to happen, I think a lot of large enterprises, their first response was, you know what, this isn't a problem. We'll just block ChatGPT. And couple of months later, every department is saying that our competitors are using this and getting better than us. We need access. And the best analogy I give CISOs is, do you remember the time when TVs came out with microphones and cameras and we said, I'm never going to buy one of those? And eventually, every TV has a microphone camera built in, so you have no choice. You just have to pick what's available. And I think that's what's happening to AI is there was denial. There isn't full acceptance. But eventually, I mean, you'll just have to give in because technology waves, I mean, that's how it's it levels everything, right? Like no one can ever stand in front of that.